Hi everybody, this is Uncle Fred. It's one of them special. I want to talk about a little bit of everything today. So this is Uncle Fred here. I'm sitting out on the porch. It's at night. You can see, as you can tell, it's at night that you see me, my old ugly face. This is me, Uncle Fred, sitting out here on the porch. And you can see me, or if you don't want to see me, that's alright too. But I want to show you some things, what I'm doing out here sitting on the porch, alright? It's at night, so you can see the traffic. That's what Fred's doing. Got some shavings here. This is what I'm doing. I'm shaving, taking a piece of cedars. You can see it. I'm just saving some of the shavings here. I'll let them dry out. And then when they dry out, I'll just take some of this right here, some just lamp oil, soak them in. Let's see it again, lamp oil. Let them shavings soak in there. Then soak up some lamp oil for and then put it in a little dry bag. Use it for like camping stuff. So that's what I did today. Just out there in the woods and got this little piece, cut her down, shaved all the outside. Probably do something with that there later. And the next thing here is I'll show you in the bucket. It might not can tell good. Down in there is a pine cone. The petals, and I soaked them in some lamp oil. And I'm going to fix them up so I can have a fire starter with those there. Mix them with wax and some cotton and put them in a little paper tube, and I filled it up with candle wax, some cotton, seal the bottom of the little paper tube, add the wax and stuff, and have a little fire starter. Put cotton on the top and take a magnesium fire starter, and you have something for the camp or a wilderness survival situation. If you're out cold and stuff, that's just petals. Let me see if I can take my hand, move them around a little bit and show you here. See, they've been soaked in candle, not candle, but lamp oil. All that's been soaked in. And I was going to put them in a little tube, a little paper tube, probably 1.5 inches long, 2 inches long, and make some little fire starters. And this is something something else here. Fred's talking about everything. See, this is something here. This is what I carried down to the woods and got a little bit of string on it. And I'll show you what I do with it. See, this is just a Stanley. Turn it around here. See the word. Take the sheath off of it. Do it this way here. Yeah. Okay. Take it off here. Okay, got the sheath off. See, and it's the blade. See, I changed the blade. I bought that in the Wally World, but not the blade. The blade. I changed the blade on it. And the blade that was on there, it was something like a little hacksaw blade. So I wanted something for like going out in the woods, and I want to cut me some sticks. Like, well, I need some bigger teeth than them because you can't even hardly see them. So I changed the blade on that. Changed the blade on this. On old Fat Max of Stanley's. Put me some like some shark teeth on there. I call it. It cuts pretty good. It's made for like a reciprocating saw. You can give them a reciprocating saw blade, and those things are cutting metal too. But I'm just cutting sticks. So I changed the blade, and it came with, just a little bitty old saw, hacksaw blade. So I changed it over. Yeah, and I just took me some tape and just made a little sheath for it, so I don't be cutting myself, like carrying it and stuff. It don't be trying to stab me when I'm carrying it. No, but that's that. We talked about that. Okay, and then when I was out in the woods, I just looking around. This is what I found out in the woods here. Found me a set of horns out in the woods. Pretty good size. You can see it good. Let me set this out of the way. Yeah, just out in the woods, and I found them there. And I found some horns. It's pretty good thickness to them. Just out in the woods, and I found them, so I just cut them down a little bit and stick them on a board, hang them on the wall there. You can see. Yeah, try to hold her still. Like you've been doing some little rubbing on some bushes. I seen some bushes out there where it was rubbing. Or something been rubbing out there, really tearing up some little cedar trees. Yeah. So, that's what Fred found in the woods there. Just them horns. And show it the best I can. Turn it around. Just like you've been rubbing because they're all polished up. I guess they're like serious about rubbing some bushes and trees and stuff. Yeah, found them out in the woods. So trimmed it off. Well, and it had a head on it, but it was, I don't know what happened to it. But I just trimmed it up. And today here, I'm gonna show you my knife I got. Good outdoor knife. I had to sharpen it my own self. Then unsnapping it might be another chore. That's this one right here. You can tell I'm outside at night here. That's the sheath there. Gotta get it all snapped and unbuckled here. And I'll show it to you. Yeah, I got all the string on it. Yeah, okay, see if I can get it out of there. The string tangled. Okay, gotta change the string on it, but his knife is Ontario. It's SP1, I believe. It's Ontario steel. It's not stainless steel either. Take it out of the, put it down here like this maybe. Yeah, maybe we can see it like that for just a second. So this is the knife here. Yeah, and it wasn't sharpened, so I sharpened it my own self. A good razor edge, and it shaves my arm, but that's it there. Yeah, Ontario knife. This is really thick on there on that end, and it's good. And it'd be a good camping knife. It's really heavy. It's heavy, like it's a Bowie knife. Ontario. It looks like a Tarzan knife or something. Yeah, watch out for them wild monkeys. Yeah, yeah, come in handy when you're out camping and stuff. So I'm just showing the knife, my new camping hunting knife. Survival knife. Stick it back in there and just lay this in there. I'll put it all back later. Just what I'm, yeah, just doing. And over here, this is in this bucket right here. See, as you can tell, there's sticks and that liquid in there. That's the lamp oil. That's where I split some sticks and letting them soak. They're dry, and I put them in there so it would soak up some lamp oil. And then when they get through soaking for a while, then I'll put them in a little plastic bag and save them for like just emergency use, for like just the camping and stuff. Carry it in a little backpack. Not all of them, because I don't think it would take all of them to get a little fire started after they've been soaked up with lamp oil. And then that wood, that's off of some splittings off of a cedar and pine mixed in there, and just letting her soak. And just like these here, some of my sticks laying here beside me. Just Uncle Fred's, yeah, sitting on the porch, chatting with y'all today, well, tonight. Yeah, look guys up there, there ain't no full moon, ain't no moon, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. And I just bundled up this, don't know what plant it was, but it's really dry. So I bundled it up. I just taped it up. I ain't gonna soak it in no lamp oil. Just add it to the bag of fire starting stuff with magnesium and flint and stuff. But that's what I've been doing today. Just out and in my bag there. That's where I got all the shavings where I went out in the woods. You can see, I probably can't see, but down in there, just some wood scraps. Just add that to it and just put her up and save it. And then when I get around to it, I'll just add it to the little plastic bags. And then like when I'm just trail walking or something, then I have a little fire starter. And I'll show you what this blade on this I forgot to show you. This blade, you can take this blade and like just scrape the bark. See if I can set my camera down here, and I can show you this way. Like here, just take this right here and like just scrape it. You can scrape it. Yeah. Like if you want to scrape some fire starting stuff right here, you can take this blade, take that blade, and just scrape it. And you get a little pile of this real fine stuff. See that fine stuff there? And that there comes in handy. See that fine stuff on there? And it has that laid up here. See, now it has that fine stuff, and let that dry, and that burns. That will help get a fire started, a little ember. Just that stuff there. And just take it and just blade here, the blade, and just scrape it. I've been down in the woods and like just scrape it on some cedar. You can just scrape it, and you get a bunch of this stuff here, and have a fire starter. So that's what Fred is doing today. And just kind of staying busy with stuff, being out on the trail from like pieces of wood and stuff for fire starting. Yeah, and mixing up little things for just soaking some little kindling and some lamp oil, and then I'll put it in a bag. And this is pine needles, it's the petals off of pine needles down in there. Yeah, and I just throw in some kind of lamp oil, and that helps. Yeah, and this thing about the knife there, my new hunting knife, camping knife. Yeah, you can see the shavings sitting out here I'm out here on the steps, so that you see the junk around the steps here. Some sticks. I'm gonna get ready to carve this spring right here. See all that junk? If you can see it. Yeah, just stuff I was just messing with. It's kind of my little work area, just sitting on the steps. Just sitting on the steps here. Yeah. Sitting on the steps. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show these here to Mr. Henry. See here's those drop cloths. This one's the 10 ounce here, and and you take those and you melt a pound and a half candle wax, beeswax or candle wax, and it's let's see, a pound and a half candle wax. You melt it and you add linseed oil and you mix in turpentine, stir it up, and you make a paste and you smear it. Put some gloves on and you smear it on there, and it might take a little while and a little bit, but that's the drop cloth there, painter's drop cloth. That's the 10 ounce. I have the 12 ounce right here. Here's the other one right here, the 12 ounce. Pretty good size, heavy, a little heavy. And you just these are just drop cloths, really thick and heavy, cotton canvas. And you just melt a pound and a half candle wax, and when the candle, the wax gets melted in your bucket, then you add 8 ounces of linseed oil, 8 ounces of turpentine. Stir it up real good until it gets to be a paste, and then just smear it on there. Put some gloves on, smear it on, and then if you want to make sure it's like really soaked into the material, just take a heat gun or hair dryer, but you better ask your wife first if you can use her hair dryer, and just heat it and let it soak in, like melt it in there really good, and it gonna make tints out of that. And I'm thinking about maybe seeing if I can make a trench coat. Get me another one of these and see if I can make a trench coat that's waterproof and add a hood to it. I'm gonna try it and see sometime this summer. But that's it for that. And yeah, you can see the mess I made here. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and I just read. Excuse me, and just me sitting out here on the porch, out here on the steps. Ain't no porch here. You can see it's just up there, and here at night, yeah, no moon. So this is just Fred, just sitting out here on the steps, just having a chat with everybody. So y'all, thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all on the trail. And Henry, yep, you doing it good, and just keep on spreading the word, because spreading the word is just like planting the seed. Like you take that seed of the word, and it's going to grow, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get the word out, and trying to make it mean something, and it does mean something, and people have to understand the meaning to it, but you're doing all right. So this is Uncle Fred, who's signing off. Y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all on the trails.